Hello and welcome back to Something About Sex, the podcast about gender equality within the arts. Today I'm joined by Zach, a fashion student here at Westminster University. How are you, Zach?
I'm all right. I'm certainly here.
Good. Can everyone give it up for Zach, please? We missed that bit.
Yay.
Yeah. So I just have a few questions today on fashion and gender within the business.
Yep.
So my first question is, what assumptions, positive or negative, have people made about you based on the fact you're doing fashion as a male?
The obvious one that permeates absolutely everything is regarding fashion, not creative arts as a whole, is that I'm a gay person. I'm gay for doing fashion. But that's true anyway. It's just, sort of the way it is. But not really. It's only like, sort of banter, as it were, when it comes to that. I've never really had like faced actual problems because I want to do fashion. I had really supportive parents.
Good.
That followed me for all my endeavours. I always wanted to do some sort of design. Originally it was like car design or like architecture, and I just sort of like drifted into fashion, and I was like take sewing lessons. But yeah, I've always been quite fortunate and never really had that much issue with it.
So how hard would you say you found it to break into the fashion industry?
It kind of like depends on what you mean. If you mean like an actual career in fashion, I haven't broken into that yet because I haven't finished my degree. But yeah, I've like worked retail. I guess that's the fashion industry still, kind of, sort of,
counts,
a little bit.
So would you say people have overlooked your opinions and worked in favour of a woman's opinion?
No, not at all, really, because it's all very sometimes you think, oh, is it because I'm a man and because I'm amongst like maybe because there were a lot of women on my college course, and the balance of men to women, there are more women on the course that I'm currently. But I never thought to myself, oh, it's because I'm a man. I don't have as much chance. They only look at the work you produce, which is really good. I think they're quite ahead in that, and often fashion is like a talking point around gender equality and stuff like that. So no, I've been quite fortunate to sort of have it based on my actual skill level and not because of what's in my pants, as it were. But yeah.
If you had to estimate, what is the ratio of male to female, including lecturers of your course?
Lecturers, yeah. Well, absolutely, like not a lot of male lecturers. Because they obviously we do have male lecturers, but they're not on the ground in the sewing rooms, in the fashion studios. They're mostly women. I have seen one male teacher who does actually work there and isn't just passing through. But all of the male tutors that I had did illustration and online techniques like Photoshop and illustration as well. Actually, I had two. So, and also in terms of actual students, there are a surprising amount of men on the course, which I was happy to see because on my college course there was literally me and one other boy.
Really?
And then the rest, there was only 12 of us, but still, like a small ratio. It was quite interesting. But they're I'd say maybe 30-70.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, 30%, 70%, something like that.
Quite heavily women, yeah. Oh,
it depends on what you like, I guess, but yeah, it just happens to be, yeah.
So on a more optimistic note, what is a positive experience you've had in the fashion industry?
Modelling. I do love modelling. I modelled for college, and I've also done a bit of modelling here for a third-year student who does menswear.
Nice.
Which was I really enjoyed that. And interestingly, actually, on the topic of modelling, there was a lineup of about 20 of us, 18, something like that, and I was the only male model who modelled. But that was basically because all of the garments were aimed at women, and there were only a few garments between, like 3 garments between us that were aimed at men, so they just only got me to do it, which was fine. I did end up wearing women's clothes as well, because I wore my own clothes, which I made for women, but yeah, no, that was probably my most positive experience. It was also my most nerve-wracking experience. I remember I had to get up in front of about 500, not 500, something, a roundabout figure of, when like you see a crowd of people and you can't count how many people.
Yeah.
It was enough like that, and it was another local college. Oh yeah, and it was something you put on your CV as well.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, my final question is, how do you think your industry can positively impact gender inequality in the arts?
Get rid of those departments. Get rid of those men's clothes for men and clothes for women. Honestly, just have like a great big floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but art and fashion go like hand in hand. Obviously, that's why it's this creative union. It's always like not a turning point. What's the word? It's always like a sort of staple to create. What is the word? Convey. That's it. Your kind of like meaning or what you're trying to get across through fashion. Like often fashion is like a mouthpiece for art.
Yeah.
And often as well, people do express gender inequality through like fashion as a part of an art. Yeah, So yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. Thank you, Zach. That's
Thank
all the
you.
questions I have.
Nice.
Thank you for joining the podcast. That is episode 1 of Something About Sex. Thank you.